We're really going to be breaking down a lot of things. We're going to be talking about SEO. We're going to be talking about Google ads, Facebook ads. We're going to be talking about local outreach when it comes to marketing. We're going to be talking about, business models that are making sense today for right now in 2025 in the home service industry. And so if that's something that you're interested in, stick around. Okay, cool. So really, I'm firing off the top of the dome. I got a lot of stuff on my heart, on my mind, especially when it comes to the home service industry. And so if this is your first time watching, go ahead and click that subscribe button and give this video a like if this gives you some value here. But if you're driving or if you plan on having a drive, honestly, I would just save this video, wait till you have some time, because you're going to want to listen to what we're dropping today. So my name is Joseph. I'm the owner of a couple service-based businesses here in Southwest Florida. One is a handyman company and one is also a painting company. The painting company we just started 7 months ago, and we've already hit six figures. And we did the same thing with the handyman our first year. But our painting company, we doubled, and it hasn't even been a year. And so the reason why I'm making these videos is because I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about what not to do, what to do. I've wasted a lot of money. Hard lessons, really, really hard lessons. But anywho, I'm going to start this video starting off with, if you were to start a home service-based business in 2025, if I were to do it over again, where would I start? And I would break it down really simply. I would start with this. One, you got to get your LLC. You got to get insured. Okay, easy stuff. Go through, when it comes to your LLC, this is another thing, is websites are going to try to convince you in spending $500-600, and it's like a third-party website in order to take care of your LLC for you. And you don't have to do that. If you just go directly to your state's website for LLC, for forming an LLC, then you'll be able to do it there, and it'll probably cost a fraction of what it would be if you did these third-party companies. I'm not going to say the third-party companies. You just do some Googling, you'll find them. Don't pay for those. I've done that. And then I stumbled upon a guy who said, don't do that. And it saved me, $250 off the jump, which is change in your pocket. You need that money when you're starting off. Okay. Number two, getting into it, is insurance. Shop around. You need to find an insurance that makes sense for what you have, but you can get it cheap. You don't have to spend $500 a month. I see some of these, companies wanting to charge that much. Shop around. And it might make sense that if you do one service, like, I'm just throwing this out there, painting, and they're asking, all these questions like, do you get up on roofs, blah, 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 blah. Just click no and count the cost. If you're going to save $400 a month because you don't go on roofs, then maybe just don't do, painting jobs that have to do with roofing, painting roofs or getting up there. Save yourself that money in the beginning. And then if it's a big thing where you're doing a bunch of roofs all the time, then go upgrade your insurance. But I'm just trying to help you out here. It's really important. I wish somebody would have told me these things when I first started. Anyways, next thing. So now you're licensed. Now you have your LLC. You have your insurance. You're going to want to check locally if what you're doing you can do with the licensing that you already have, or if you need to get licensing. Because here's the deal, you don't want to get in trouble. If you don't have the license to do the kind of work that you're doing, stop, go get the licensing, or consider just a new service-based industry. That's why I picked out here in Southwest Florida handyman and painting, because you don't need a license for them. You did, and the governor dropped it, especially for painting. And so it can be really profitable, but do your research. Okay, now I want to get into like the nitty-gritty. This is, you've taken care of the basic stuff. Now we're getting into, okay, what is really going to set me apart in this industry? And I'll tell you a few things, is this. is your Google My Business. I can't tell you, every time here in Southwest Florida, I'll see a handyman truck or a painting truck, and I'll Google that company to see how many reviews they have. And most of the time, it's under 10. And we're probably talking about highly profitable companies. But imagine how much money they're leaving on the table because they're not willing to put in the effort with their Google My Business page, or they just don't know about it. So if you're watching this, go to Google My Business, just type that in. You're going to want to create a Google Business profile. This is where people can review you. After every job, you're going to ask for a review. I say it like this. You can steal it from me. After we finished, I say, hey, Nancy, if you feel like we've done a 5-star service for you, could you please leave a review because it helps us keep working. And so you're adding that little, make them feel a little guilty. If they don't, maybe the flow will stop. And then start asking for referrals. Hey, do you know any neighbors? Hey, do you know any people in the local area that need painting, family members, friends? But back to the Google Business profile. Start cranking that out. And then once you have that polished, once you have that up, description logo, you're going to want to create, you're going to have a website. Now listen, if you're tight on budget, go create your own website on Wix, but you have to have a website. This is the thing that I love that I've heard other people say. Having a website is like having a full-time salesman on your team. Because if somebody's Googling plumber near me and 5 companies don't have a website, but yours does, they're going to go on there, and if you tailor it right, if you brand it right, they're going to be able to see past projects. They're going to be able to see the services that you offer. There's just more detail about you. It's a more written book. It's a more detailed description of your company, more information that they can find. And the more information that a human being can pull up on you, on your brand, on your company, whatever it is, the more likely they are going to use you. Why? Trust. Homeowners want to feel like they can trust you. That's the most important thing. I can't tell you how often I'm over here at homeowners' houses here in Southwest Florida, and the only thing that separates me from the next guy, we both are going to paint the house the exact same way. We're both going to approach the job the same way. We're going to clean up the same way. We're going to give the same warranties, but the only difference is they trust me more than the other guy. There's statistics out right now. I'm not going to drop it out here, but there's a lifelong study. That they've been doing for 80 years. Fact check me on this. Of the study of trust. They've been doing it, for this long, and the number is getting lower and lower and lower of humans trusting other humans. And so the more content that you have available for other people to see, the more they're going to trust you. So when it comes to the sales table and you're presenting your price, you're presenting your job, boom, much, much easier to book the job when they already trust you before you even walk in the house. Come on, somebody. Let me get a hoo-hoo on that. Listen, if you're still here watching this video, a lot of my subscribers or people who are watching my videos are not subscribed. So go ahead, click that subscribe button. It helps me a lot. It helps me keep working. Anywho, back to the video. So, the next thing, we covered website. Simple, easy, get on Wix, create your own, do some research. It's going to take a lot of time, but at this point in your life, you probably have more time than you do money. And so, learn how to create a website. Create something clean, something easy. And then while you're doing this is something that is going to be a long-term goal for yourself. But listen, nobody told me this. Nobody. Even through the research that I've done online, they talk about it a little bit, but not a whole lot. I really had to discover deeply what is important. When it comes to your website, you need to have consistent SEO working on your site. A lot of people, especially in the service industry, if you're 40 years or older, you probably have no idea what SEO is. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. Basically, you're telling Google, you're telling the internet the cyber world, that you are a trustworthy company, that you have the information, the data, that customers want to find and need to find. And that's where you see the top 3 businesses on Google, is because they have deep SEO. I'll go into this a little bit. SEO, it's complicated. It's something that I'm still learning so much of, that, it's even hard for me to fully explain. But anyways, SEO is something that is done on the development side of your website. And this is where structuring, the data structure of your website comes into play. That's part of SEO. And then the next thing is going to be blog posts. So as you're watching this video, after you finish, look up SEO structure on a website. This was one of the things that I never heard. I always heard about upload videos, upload blogs, but when it came to the structure of SEO, when it came to each page on my website and how to structure it correctly so that when Google crawls your website, that it's a clean and easy website. Because listen, your SEO factor also has to do with how easy is it for Google, aka the user, right? Because they're pretending that they're the user. They're crawling your website. They're going on your website pretending I'm a homeowner looking for this thing. How easy is this website for me? How structured is it? Is it clean? Is it slow? Is there keywords? This is another thing we're going to talk about that go throughout the website that are not too much, not too little, but just the right amount. There's so much to this. But listen, especially if you live in a market where there is not a lot of competition, the SEO is something that will literally transcend your business. It is incredible. And for me to sit here and talk about it, I could talk about it for hours and kind of train on it and teach on it, but that's not what this video is for. We're just talking about some basic setting that foundation for you. SEO, website, Google My Business, we covered it. Next thing is this. Google is always looking at, is your information about your business correct along all websites? And what I mean is this. Let's say you are a painter and you're listed on Nextdoor, you're listed on Angie, you're listed on Yelp, you're listed on Google, you're listed on Facebook, you're listed on Twitter, Instagram, and all these websites will ask for your phone number, address, and maybe some more information and company name. If 3 of those different websites where you've put your information on, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, let's say those 3 things you put Rick's Painting LLC, and then on the other ones, let's say Yelp, Angie House, for those who know those websites, you put Rick's Painting and you didn't put Rick's Painting LLC, Google will penalize you for that. They will see, oh, this feels like a company that's not reputable. Sorry, guys, but it's true. And I've had to learn this the hard way. And so go throughout and make sure all your websites where your company is listed, where people can find you, all your information is the same, okay? These are little things that penalize you. Next thing is this, for my home service industry folks here. Get on local service ads by Google. Local service ads by Google is absolutely incredible. Other people may say otherwise. It is a pay per lead thing, but it is on Google. Google is the most, I'll just say this, and this is fact. Google is the most used search engine. We know this. And they are ready to purchase buyers, whereas other cost per lead websites oftentimes are informational shoppers. So they're looking for information, they're looking for multiple quotes. They may not be ready to actually do the job yet. But when somebody goes to Google, they're ready. They want to purchase. They want to get it done. And so the more information that you can have throughout Google, the better you're going to do. Now, we're moving on to bigger and better things. We're moving on to some meat here. If you can afford it. Facebook ads, Google ads. It depends on what market you're in, and what I would recommend that you choose, or what somebody else would recommend that you choose. But here's the nice thing about Facebook ads is, and maybe you've experimented with it and it didn't succeed. What I've learned, and I've also hired a marketing company that does my Facebook and Google ads for me. And so I've learned a lot through hiring them and just doing it by myself for a long time before I hired them. And there's metrics in there that I would recommend that you learn what those metrics mean, because they can change whether or not, okay, this video isn't working, we need to upload something different. The biggest thing that I see with Facebook ads is not Facebook ads itself. It's the user, it's you, it's me not understanding our numbers. And so if you can recognize as quick as possible, this video isn't working, I need to do something differently, boom. You're now ahead of most people because they don't know how to recognize, and they just keep spending money and money and money on ads, creatives that aren't working. That's Facebook. When it comes to Facebook and Instagram. When it comes to Google, this is one thing that I've learned the hard way, is that Google takes a lot longer. It is building and learning and understanding who your clientele is within any given region or area, wherever you're putting those Google ads. And what I would recommend, and you might find, guys, this is all they teach on, blah, 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 and they might say otherwise, but this is what I've learned from my consensus as a business owner who owns 2 profitable service-based businesses. This is what I've learned, is that when it comes to Google ads, start low. $30 a day, business hours, and if you want to, turn off the weekends. And Google may not even spend $30 a day, but the first 3, 4, 5 weeks, it's learning, it's showing impressions, it's showing your company to people, and it's learning. And so it'll keep adapting, and you'll find, at least this is what, we've learned, especially through hiring our marketing team, is that around month 2, month 3, month 4 is where Google ads will really start paying off. Now, like I said, this is if you have the budget or you have the risk tolerance to be able to put in that. But start low, and then you can raise your budget. Don't start high and then lower your budget. That's another thing that I've learned as well. All right, last but not least is social media. Look, and I've learned this the hard way. If you're not posting really actively on social media, nobody knows about your brand. Nobody knows about you. And so people got to find you. And this is my recommendation is try to post daily video content. That is what people are consuming right now, is video content. They're not consuming 8-paragraph pages on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. It's videos. And so put your thinking cap on, try to come up with some creatives, and try to upload every single day. You will get better. Don't overthink it. If you want some ideas, go check out my Instagram page at Joseph_Burke_Jr. That is for this specific page here, but you can also check out my painting company, True Spectrum Painting. And you'll see kind of an idea of what it is that we're doing, uploading daily, trying to have some humorous content. We're not really trying to push the what it is that we do, more so than it is the why, family, aspects that do relate to the business, but it's not pushing it down your throat. And so you guys got to get active on social media. This is a big golden one for you. For me, we're posting on Instagram, which also cross posts to Facebook, and we're also posting on YouTube. And we're trying to do this daily, just get more people to know about us. And actually, the first week that we've done this, we've actually already gotten one lead out of it. We're going out, giving her a quote on the exterior of her home, painting. And so that is really easy marketing, and it's how you get found. You want to become famous locally. Anywho, we're going to cap there. Listen, guys, if this has brought you value, share it with a friend, share it with an entrepreneur, share it with somebody that may be interested in getting in the local service business. If you want coaching, if you want help, I own a consulting agency, just myself, where I'll sit down with you. It can be you, your team. It's not a subscription based. It's a one-time fee, and you have access to the things that I've learned over the course of years of starting these businesses, learning what not to do and what to do. And so my question would be, would you be willing to spend $5,000 if it saved you $20,000? And I'll let you answer that yourself. Coaching can help you so much. And so if you're interested, reach out to me. The information is in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.